CPAP, Dolphins, Vacation, and No Deep Sleep. Hi, I'm Chris with AffinityHM.com, and tonight I'm going to show you and talk to you a little bit about how all of this actually does make sense. First thought, it makes absolutely no sense. We're talking about dolphins and vacation, but stick with me. I have an article, some information, and I think that you are going to be absolutely fascinated by what I have learned and what I want to share with you. So stick with me through this video. If you would, please subscribe to this channel. Each Thursday night at 8 o'clock Central Time, I bring you some information that I hope you find very, very interesting. So let's just dive right in. What I want you to see first is actually just some information about unihemispheric deep sleep. And it's super, super interesting. I know it's a little bit hard to actually see that right now, but we're just going to be on this page very briefly. I just want to introduce you to a word, unihemispheric slow wave sleep, or USWS, is a sleep where one half of the brain rests while the other half remains alert. This is in contrast to normal sleep, where both eyes are shut and both halves of the brain show unconsciousness. Now, it has been learned that this unihemispheric slow wave sleep actually happens in several different animals and mammals. Dolphins, for example, that's when I put dolphin in the title, and several birds and different animals. So what's actually happening is half of the brain is sleeping while the other half is awake. And in some animals, like if it's your left eye is powered by your right brain, your right eye by your left brain. So if, let's say, the right side of this animal's brain is in the slow wave sleep, then the left eye is actually closed. And so one eye might be open, one eye might be closed. It brings a whole new meaning to the whole idea of sleeping with one eye closed. And I found that to be extremely fascinating. Now, this is interesting also because, it's time for vacation right now. I don't know, are you going on vacation this year? But a lot of people are going out on vacation. And have you ever noticed that when you go out and you're sleeping in a hotel room, that the first night is actually a lot more difficult to get really good sleep? Now, you might be sleeping, but you're not getting that really super good sleep. And I found this article that is super interesting that I want to share with you here. Let me get over here to the article. It explains why you can't sleep as well on the first night as you will on other nights. So let me get over here. You can't sleep while traveling because your brain acts like a dolphin's. So on the first night in a new place, half your brain stays awake to watch out for danger. We all know the feeling. It's your first night at a hotel after a long day of travel. You slide underneath bleach white sheets collapsing on a cloud of pillows. Yet, despite near exhaustion, you toss and turn, unable to nod off. This tendency to sleep poorly on the first night in a new setting is known as first night effect. It's well documented, but the causes have remained unclear. This phenomena, though it might be an evolutionary advantage in disguising a new study in current biology, suggests the grogginess may happen because one side of the brain forgoes sleep to act as a night watch, capable of alerting us to potential dangers. A team from Brown University shows. Now, this article right here is from the Smithsonianmag.com, and it's very interesting, and it really just got me to thinking about all of this stuff. And I find it extremely interesting from the standpoint of CPAP as well. So if indeed it is true that on the first night in a hotel, for example, that you just can't really get into that deep sleep, then perhaps this is what is happening when people are new on CPAP, that the environment, everything feels so different that it's just that you're not getting into that deep sleep. So let's talk about sleep, for example. So you may be sleeping, but not really sleeping. You've heard me say this so many times before. So basically, sleep, you can divide types of sleep into two big sections. One is REM sleep, rapid eye movement. The other is non-REM sleep. Now, REM sleep, the rapid eye movement, REM sleep, is where one would actually dream. It is the dream state, the deepest stage of sleep that there is. Non-REM sleep can actually be divided into 4 different levels. They don't have names really. It's just stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. So it's that simple. So you have stage 1 through 4, non-REM, and then you have REM sleep. So in stage 1 through 4, you can actually separate those into 2 separate categories also. Stages 1 and 2 are sort of barely asleep. Stage 3 and 4 are what we would call deep sleep. So some of you guys have these new fangled devices that will tell you if you're, maybe you sleep with it on your wrist or on your finger, and it will tell you when you're getting deep sleep. That would be stages 3 and 4. These are the stages 3 and 4 when your brain sort of recharges, where if you have illness, that there's healing that is going on, and there's so many different other things that are super important that you need to get stage 3 and 4 sleep. So it's super important. Well, what has been learned is that actually whenever you are in a new environment, it's very difficult for one to get that stage 3 and 4 sleep. You may be getting 1 and 2, stage 1 and 2, but as far as stage 3 and 4, possibly not. So it's my thesis that possibly actually using CPAP triggers this same thing, and maybe that's part of why you have a lot of difficulty actually getting sleep whenever you're in those stages. So let me actually get you to one more thing. This is more recent. There was another piece of information, some research that was done. And let's see, researchers model unihemispheric sleep in humans. All right. Let me make sure that you're seeing this on your screen. Yep, you can see it. All right, super good. All right, so researchers model unihemispheric sleep in humans. Some animals, such as birds, dolphins, and whales, can engage in unihemispheric sleep. That's a little tricky to say. Unihemispheric sleep, in which one hemisphere of the brain sleeps while the other hemisphere remains awake. Staying half awake allows animals to literally keep an eye open for predators, and for migrating birds allows for uninterrupted flight for days or even weeks on end. Now, this is coming from phys.org, as in physics.org, phys.org, and it was a study from 2019. So although unihemispheric sleep is not known to occur in humans, recent research has found that humans exhibit a similar sleeping style when they experience troubled sleep in a new location for the first time. It's called the first night effect. This effect involves asymmetric dynamics between the two hemispheres. While the right hemisphere engages in normal slow wave sleep, the left hemisphere experiences shallower sleep, suggesting that it may be staying partially alert. Is that not super fascinating? Now, in a new study, researchers have further investigated the underlying mechanisms of this sleep activity in order to develop a model of unihemispheric sleep in the human brain. The paper by Lucas Ramlo et al. Is published in a recent issue of EPL. Our research has shown that spontaneous dynamic symmetry breaking of the two brain hemispheres is possible also for humans. Co-author is Eckhard Scholl, a professor of theoretical physics at a University in Berlin. Since different sleep stages are associated with different degrees of synchronization, I believe that some weak form of unihemispheric sleep, i.e., different sleep depth of the two hemispheres, can well occur in humans, not only in whales, dolphins, seals, and migratory birds. So check out these articles; they're super interesting, and I just wanted to bring it to you, just as really, I'm constantly trying to figure out and help people who are new on CPAP to understand what's going on. And, maybe this is accurate. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the mask leaks that are keeping you awake. Maybe it's just having something new on your face that's keeping you awake. And then there are some who start off on CPAP and it goes super, super smooth, no problems whatsoever. But I just wanted to bring this possible idea out so that you could think about it a little bit. Also, if you are traveling while you're on vacation, just keep in mind that that is something that truly does happen. First night effect. It can be more than just one night. Also, it's just being in that new environment. If you go to a hotel and you try to get some sleep, even though you've been traveling all day, you wake up the next day and you just still feel kind of worn out, like you didn't really get all that much sleep. So that's it, you guys. If you would please comment, let me know. Are you going on vacation this year? Are you going to enjoy some of those lighter restrictions that are out there as far as flying, etc.? And I hope that everyone has a wonderful rest of their Thursday evening, and see you again next Thursday. Thanks, guys. Take care.